Really?
Dubai.
Really on the desert, bro?
I had to give you the Dubai experience, my man.
Man, I feel, man.
How do you like the desert today?
It's empty, but beautiful.
I know,
like
right?
it.
But yeah, man, I'm glad to have you on this episode today.
Yeah.
And really, I'm excited for someone who's a master of trading psychology
Yeah.
to explore the brutal truth on why most traders fail.
You know, trading will always mirror your actual life. And so the more you trade, the more you start to understand who you are, and the more passionate and addicted it starts to become as a human being, because it exposes things to you, for you, around you. That is how it works. It's the truth.
With that, why do most traders lose?
Bro, like I could mention a lot of stuffs, right? Of course, the first things first is lack of knowledge,
Okay.
right? Lack of understanding. But after you've gotten all the knowledge, all the understanding, if the mindset is not right, nothing still changes. I tell my people this analogy all the time. The same knife we use to cook is the same knife someone can use to hurt someone. There is no problem with the knife. It's the mindset holding the knife. And so you can have the best strategy in the world in the hand of an untransformed trader, and it's the same as dangerous as a trader with lack of knowledge.
So in my left hand,
Yeah.
I have a successful trader's mindset.
Okay.
In my right hand, I have a struggling trader's mindset.
Yeah.
What's the difference between them?
Transformation, because the average mind of a human being is everything opposite to who a trader is meant to be. So if you want to become a transformed trader, you need to subscribe to the transformation process. And a lot of traders don't understand that. They think all they need is a holy grail strategy and they are good to go. So that holy grail strategy, if it exists, comes into the mind of a trader who is not transforming. Guess what happens? It still keeps on messing up.
We're in this desert. Is there an analogy you can give with this desert being tied with trading?
You see how big this place look, the whole desert look? That is how big the financial market is. And this is the average retail trader. Because at the top of the hierarchy, we have the major banks. The second in command, we have the EBS. Then we have the medium-sized bank at the third. Then you will find the corporations, the hedge funds, the Warren Buffett and Co. and all these companies. Then at the bottom of the hierarchy, you will find the retail traders. So retail traders need to understand that they have an unfair disadvantage and they need to respect the hierarchy. You've been dealt with revenge trading?
I think everyone has.
Well, the truth of the matter is not being able to stop yourself from taking trades after a losing streak is a habit that is formed over a period of time. And the truth is, let's say somebody start trading, 6 months ago, and in the beginning, they kept on having losing streaks, and every single time they had this, losses, they went back in again trying to chase and get the money back. Now, the dangers of that is that if you actually win a trade from that, it starts to give you that gratification of, all I can do is to always get back again into the market after some losses and get my money back.
When someone approaches trading,
Yeah.
the first thing they should do, instead of how much money do I want to make,
Yeah.
how much am I willing to lose?
Exactly. And a lot of people fail to understand that losses are part of the game. You said it, right? That losses are part of the game. And so they need to understand, hey, and this is funny. Traders mostly hate stop losses. They don't understand that stop losses are part of the game, helping you to stop a loss. So, there is this whole culture of, I've hit a stop loss, or I've lost a trade. No, you've not lost a trade, you stopped the trade. A stop loss is not a lost trade, it's a stop trade. Like right now we're moving. We get to the traffic light, we stop. Have we stopped the journey? No, just stopped for a while and keep going when the road is clear. That's what a stop loss is. So a stop loss is not a lost trade, it's a stop trade. And a lot of people don't understand that. So for me, I tell my community all the time, we celebrate stop losses as much as we celebrate TPs. So I want you to come to me as a mentee and be like, Cliff, guess what? And I'm like, what? Today I was able to stop a loss. Congratulations, you did well. Thumbs up. Trading psychology is you understanding the way you feel, the way you react, and the things around you, how they affect you. It's what forms your psychology behind executing trades.
So emotions are a big part of trading. I want to tap into emotions and psychology and how they mix.
Yeah.
How did you let emotions stop you from destroying your trades in your own personal experience?
You just have to understand what emotions are, bro. You gotta understand that emotions are not negative. They're actually what makes you a human. But then they can form a negative package. So we have basic emotions, and we have complex emotions. The basic emotion is the ones that we feel, especially when we're on the desert, right? I saw from your face the way you're enjoying the nature. That is basic emotion. And then we have the complex ones, such as, rage, emotions that makes you revenge trade. They are complex ones. But then you need to understand that it's two or more basic emotions coming together forms complex ones. That is what you don't want in your trading. So if you lose one trade, it's perfectly normal. Two trades is normal. Whatever you are feeling, you didn't want it to lose is perfectly normal. However, when you start to now think about things like, oh man, I wish I didn't take the trade. Oh man, I wish I would have stayed in. Especially when it kicks you out and goes your direction. Now you meditating on those basic emotions that you had eventually becomes a complex one, and now leads to either regret that will make you now revenge trade, and so on and so forth. So understanding that, man, the emotions you feel as a trader is perfectly normal. Don't let it stick for a longer period of time, because anything meditating upon becomes a different way of how you react to it.
So since we're here in front of the Burj Khalifa, can you give an analogy on how the Burj Khalifa ties to human emotion?
Okay, look, I was just looking at this building and I'm like, man, only facts and precise structure can build this. Emotions didn't build this. Because let's say, for example, if we have to dig down 60 feet, 100 feet to give it the right foundation, it's not a maybe. You gotta make sure that foundation is strong for this kind of building. Same thing, I will always tell traders that it's not about emotions, because the you that is starting to learn how to trade is everything opposite to who a trader is meant to be. So you have to be ready to unlearn, relearn, and keep learning so that the market can give you the results you're looking for. So in trading, it's zero emotions. Data, facts, FCO. Right. That's it. I just spoke a little bit of Russian here. Yeah, so yeah, it is what it is, man. You gotta focus on the data and the structure necessary for you to get the results you're looking for, not emotions.
So obviously to build a building like the Burj Khalifa, it takes strategic planning.
Yeah.
I find myself having a strategy when it comes to my trading, yet I fail to stick to it. Why is that?
You just have to understand that you cannot find it difficult sticking to other things and find it easy sticking to your trading plan. Sticking to any plan is a habit, whether it be in trading or whatever. So you gotta ask yourself, let's put trading aside for a second. What am I finding it difficult sticking to as a plan? It can be little things. I had the problem of sticking to something. I want varieties. And so if you are like that, there is nothing wrong with that. It's normally also surrounded by creativity, and you always want something new. So I always tell people there's that trading, good trading is boring. Bad trading is interesting, because good trading, you gotta follow a system that you've been able to acquire at your conscious competence stage. Right? So now okay, I gotta do X, Y, Z every single time to get the results I'm looking for. It's boring. So as a human being, that you love variety, especially you love content. So always you're thinking about something creative way to do something new. It's gonna affect your trading. But you gotta bring yourself, and you have to have ritual. That, okay, I'm gonna stick to this regardless. And one more thing, take breaks.
Yeah, of course.
Taking breaks is a key to following a plan. Because it's not always about you don't want to follow the plan. Sometimes you are just tired following the plan.
I think a lot of people, especially me too, chasing perfection. Yeah. When we talk about trading psychology, it's something that people think they can perfect, but really psychology is something you can never be perfect at, right?
It's something you need to understand. Psychology is not something that you become perfect at. It's something that you get more conviction in. So I understand if I take more trades, I get mentally exhausted. It's perfectly normal. Why? Because the average mind that I have is not meant to make more than 2 emotional decisions in a single day. The more you do that, you become mentally exhausted. People need to just come to that self-awareness more than trying to become perfect. And that is where the problem is. Trying to become perfect in everything in trading leads to multiple mistakes.
Do you think that there is a time that someone can really train themselves to become a better person when it comes to their emotions? Or do you think it's different?
Oh, emotional intelligence is key, bro. Like, especially with the line of work that I do. I work with people, I work with the market. You gotta be emotionally intelligent. You gotta train yourself. Really, because it's not really about you. Because a lot of people take things too much to themselves. So imagine if you're about to go to the grocery store, he works out as a cashier. And the moment you walked in there, he's not smiling. He's just like, and then you were like, what is going on? And so you kept on picking up your groceries and every single thing. and then you came and he was still not smiling at you. He's just mad for some weird reasons. And so you went, he served you, and even when you were coming out, he didn't even give the money to you, your change. He just dropped it at the counter. So you just picked it up and you came out, he said, Cliff, can you imagine? I just went in there and this white dude, I think he is racist. Anyway, so I said, don't worry. Like, you don't get it, Cliff. Yada, 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 yada. You just lament him. Or, same scenario, same thing happened. But when you're about to go, I tell you, man, this guy lost his cat. And the cat was the most favorite thing in his life. And right now, everything that he does is like he's angry, but he's not. He's just going through so much trauma. If you walk into the same grocery store, would you feel the same emotion towards him again? You know there's a reason why he was acting like that, right? So the difference between that first scenario and the second scenario is understanding the information before you went in there. So we call something in psychology cognitive diffusion. Cognitive diffusion is when you pick up what looks like a reality and you switch it up. So somebody crosses you on the road, boom. Well, maybe he must be a doctor. He's gonna probably save a life. It doesn't affect you. That is how you become emotionally intelligent. What is emotional intelligence? The ability to understand your emotions, how to interpret it, as well as others, and then make sure it doesn't affect you in a negative way.
Can you provide that example in trading context for the audience?
Oh, perfect. You hit stop loss, you smile. Cliff, I lost $100. I don't feel like smiling. Don't worry. A smile is not a feeling. It's something you do. You widen the corners of your lips and you show your teeth. It's a smile. And the more you do that, your body starts receiving that information and start making you feel well. So the more you smile every time you hit stop loss, your body is saying stop loss is okay. There's no problem with that. But if you hit stop loss and you frown, your body says, hey, master, hit stop losses, therefore revenge trading time.
Thank you so much for tuning in for a very epic episode. We spent the whole day with Cliff.
Yeah.
Cliff, thank you for coming on. It's been
That was a pleasure, bro. Yeah, it was.
Can you tell the audience to give us a subscribe and like?
Hey guys, you know what to do. Subscribe to We're on TV right now. Is there anything else you want from them?
No, that's it. That's it.
Subscribe.
Yeah. And also, too, if you guys like this type of content, we can do more of these series. Just comment below if you like it. And we can have a podcast later with Cliff. We plan to do more episodes with him. If you have any questions for Cliff, comment them below as well. And we'll be sure to cover them.
For sure. All right, guys. See you in the comment section.
See you later.